When we get to the United States, you'll have to apply for asylum. You're gonna need to know what to say. I am unable to return to Mexico because I have a well-founded fear.
I have a well-founded fear.
Hola Michael, ¿cómo estás?
Todo bien, gracias. ¿Y tú?
Yo estoy muy emocionado. I'm very excited to talk to you because I'm a big fan. And let me tell you, I'm never excited about the people that I interview. And I told her that I was going to talk to you. And she was like, ooh, I love him, but I hate him.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Is that something that you get from the show?
Sure. Yeah, Vic Mackey was a character you love to hate. It's just a deliciously bad guy.
And is that something that we're going to see with Ben? Because, I mean, he was working as a border patrol. And how do you think that the Latino audience is going to feel about your character?
Well, I'm looking forward to finding that out because, Ben is very different than Vic Mackey. I think the crossover is that they're both men of action, but that's kind of where it ends. Ben just, he's a flawed person and he's made tremendous mistakes in his life, but I think he's looking to basically rewrite his epitaph. You know what I mean? He's a guy who wants to redeem himself for some of the horrible mistakes he's made, but he's a good man in his soul. And the thing about this show is that, we're going to ask a lot of thematic questions, but we're not going to provide you with any answers. We're going to tell you really compelling, entertaining stories, but then we're going to leave it up to you as an audience to talk about it and make sense of it for yourself. I just love that there's such great representation all the way around in this show, that we have so many different voices that are being represented, and that we get to tell this incredibly political situation in a non-political way, in a way that's just human.
How well do you really know Ben?
Ben's a good man.
Down in Mexico, I made a mistake with the wrong people.
All right, easy.
My family, we're all in danger.
And let me tell you, I'm going to be honest. When I started watching the show, I was like, do I want to watch a show about La Migra?
Right.
But as I was watching the first episodes, I was noticing how many Latino actors there are in the show, and they're both the bad guys and the good guys. So there's representation everywhere. And I was like, yes, this is a show that I want to watch because it's giving jobs and opportunities to so many actors. And I think that's amazing.
And what you should know too is we got cut off. Our first season now is only 6 episodes, but because of COVID, we were cut off in the middle of shooting the 7th episode. We were supposed to do 10 and then hopefully many more beyond that. And I just have to say that even though he's the conduit, it's seen through his eyes, at least initially, it's not about Ben. It's about all the people, places, and things that he encounters on this odyssey. You've heard the old expression, walk a mile in another person's shoes. Well, he walks 100 miles in other people's shoes. And it's really, it really isn't about him. It's about the people that he encounters. And, we just thought people have been trying to do a border show for a long time, but they haven't been able to figure out the way in. And I think that the idea of taking, a 50-something-year-old white guy and literally and figuratively putting him on the other side of the wall and letting him see for himself what that experience is, and told through a lot of different Latino voices. Pretty compelling.
It is, and I'm sure that a lot of our audience, of the Latino audience, has some of the same experiences that the characters from the show have.
Right. I mean, Emmy Mena, who's from El Salvador, and we found her through a Zoom audition in El Salvador. I don't know if you've seen any of the shows, but she plays Maria Elena Flores, and she's amazing. I mean, she is so striking. And Adriana Paz is amazing in the show, and Juan Pablo Raba, who's from Colombia originally. So we just have this truly international cast of wonderful actors. And our writing staff was half South, Central, and Mexican writers. So it was just important to us to get people voicing their outlooks and their opinions from every angle, so that we could then make sure that, you know, all the complexity and the shades of gray are in there. And then, like I say, hopefully it's really entertaining. We, you know, that's our first thing. We want to entertain you. But then, you know, hopefully you walk away from it and you have a conversation.
We can't seem to stop fighting over the lines in the sand.
Those lines were put there for a reason. I know I haven't always been the best father.
The Ben I rolled with would have turned her in. It's quite a change.
You run, you're fighting, you're walking in the desert. Your roles are so physical. Is this something that you look in your characters?
I love doing physical stuff. You know, I think that once I played Vic Mackey, I think that that's part of a bit of a typecasting with me. It just that people kind of want that, you know. I'm happy to do acting roles that don't require me to do anything physical, but I do like doing stunts and having fun like that. And you know, and we really had a great time with it. Although I did get hurt on this shoot. I ended up having to have a knee surgery during the summer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Committed.
Yeah, you know, so, and I hurt myself during the pilot, and I had to shoot the rest of the season with 2 tears in my meniscus. And on top of it, he has to limp on his other side. So I had to limp on my bad leg, which was a nightmare. But I got through it, and hopefully it adds a little authenticity to the pain I go through.
Thank you so much for your commitment. It really shows on the show, and it's a great show. I'm enjoying it so far.
Muchas gracias,
I
señor.
can wait for season 2 now, because we need those extra episodes.
Yes, we're hopefully you guys love it and a lot of people see it, and then we'll make more.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor.
My pleasure.
Bye-bye.
What was the nature of your visit to Mexico?
Fishing?